And welcome, hey, peoples of the world. Here we are. Yeah, do a little bit of casting for you. And the map today is Phenom Spartate 2. This is a reasonably skilled match here. These people are obviously a lot better than I am, so maybe we'll see some good strategies, some strong play, and maybe even learn something today. Right here we got Mr. Mackey in the white corner. We have Morax, the one who sent me this replay, playing Cyber as orange. Mackey was yeah. We have I'm So Empty as the air player. Hopefully he's not too depressed. But as long as he doesn't control K himself before the map gets too far over, then should be all set. We have over here, we have S, or Essie, or East, or Dr. E. Dr. E is playing Seraphim in purple. I like purple. I use purple when I can't get orange. We have Casmius Lives. I like this name. In red, playing Aeon on the right side up here. And then for the bottom team, we have a UEF, Nexus of Reality. Everybody's going first land, yeah. Got land. Ooh. Second there, I thought he went first power gen. I've done that before. We got Silver Chronos. Nexus of Reality. I'm probably not going to remember these names as we go along. Search for Destroy. Is Tech 1 Land Factory. So many different names. Momo Shihaha. Or First Land. And last and certainly least, we have Baby Pock going as UBF. And let's bring it up to live speed. You could do +1, I think, to start. So, if nobody has anything to say so far. Alright, what did he do? Spamming. So one mass extractor into all of the mass, and then this is going for the Hydra, yeah. Similar here. And here, it seems like that might be the build here, is land or factory, single power gen. This guy did not go, he went for the 2 power gen thing that I usually do. We got some Auroras coming off the line. Few scouts, looking like he's trying to block a run by here. Yeah, that's some play that I could probably copy. I usually tend to build a lot of engineers early, and then I've been trying to build more units lately because run-bys, and also run-bys against them really give me that early advantage. We got Striker versus Aurora. We got Snoop. Yeah, Striker versus Aurora. Once you get in close, that's not going to be much of a contest. We got a little bit of run-by action over here from Nexus versus Casmius. Casmius still lives, by the way, so he's still going along. Over here on the other side, we got a little bit of run-by action blocked by Mr. Mackey and Morax. Baby Pock and Momo are going to have to send a few more units over there if they want to break through. Now, across the middle, it's pretty quiet right now. We got the early mass extractors from Search for Destroy, but we don't really know. We don't really got a ton going on. Let's check out the reclaim situation here. We got 300 from Silver Chronos, 500 from Morax, so pulling out ahead. 600. I'm So Empty around 300. Nexus is around 300. What was Morax? Oh, they're popping around on the scoreboard. Search for Destroy. Ooh, yeah. Search for Destroy got a lot. East. Mr. Mackey. Around 500. 600. 400 for Baby Fox. Momo around 450. Ooh, Casmius Lives. Not a lot of reclaim this game. But he also had quite a bit of harassment against him. It doesn't look like there's a lot of large chunks on this map where they've cleaned them up. Back into the action. We've got Baby Pock pushing with Momo. Ooh, Baby Pock ahead far. We got Mr. Mackey on an upgrade. That looks like it's T2. Yeah, T2 makes sense in the situation because he's got a lot of stuff on his ass, and he might want to be able to build defenses quickly. We've got Morax sitting at 3 land factories, pumping out a decent chunk of spam. Oddly enough, Mr. Mackey has more, but I guess they must have coordinated themselves better. Get that firepower in there quickly so that the enemy units die, and then you get the overwhelm. Some basic stuff. Glad I'm here to tell it to you. Ooh, interesting. I almost forgot that these little islands, are not really little islands, little hillock areas you can go inside, get 2 mass extractors, and they're reasonably well protected from direct fire with these ridge lines around the edges. Now, Mr. Mackey's got Tech 2. Regen. Interestingly enough, like 30%, that's 30% of an AC's DPS, 30 seconds. That's not a small amount of regen. And Reclaim Field's starting to shape up over here. Whoever can get control of that, that's probably about 300 mass. Over here, the fighting has been significantly less intense. And if you're wondering how to do that, you press Control and then Shift. Shift will show you all the orders. Control and Shift will show you a good portion of the reclaim. It'll show you all of these wrecks, but it might not show you stuff like this little rock, which might be 2 or 3 mass, or 10 mass. And sometimes it'll show the larger rocks, but I don't really understand quite what the threshold is. It's one of the newer things. I like this. Oh, we missed Morax. Missed him dying. Early death. That's what you get. Going up +2. But that was pretty intense. Casmius lives, comes over, steals this factory from him. Morax is down and out for the count early. Interestingly enough, he is the one who sent me this replay, so he obviously has good taste, and he's not afraid to have somebody see him lose. We got a nice reclaim field over here. We got an even better reclaim field over here. Oddly enough, there's a lot of half-constructed buildings in what was left of Morax's base. Yeah, 729 mass on those T2 wrecks. So you want to get on that, because that is quite a bit. And we could see that Mr. Mackey now has quite a bit of reclaim compared to, say, somebody on his mirror. Well, an extra 1,000, interestingly enough. Search for Destroy, leading player, 35, 42. Oh, I can just pause it and check the reclaim? No, I can't do that. Alright. Got 2v1, but we've got some T2PD in the back saying hello. Saying get the fuck out of our base. Or get the fudge out of our base. We got Essay, Casmius. We got a long range gun on that AN commander. That looks like the double gun. Yeah. This Mr. Pink. Yeah, that is double gun. So that is pretty sweet. Aeon, super long range. Also the traditional double fire speed. So really good for overcharging. And of course with the shield on that too. Some nice pickings. So starting to quiet down a little bit here, but as Mr. Mackey is able to integrate the economy of Morax, we should start to see some significant build up on his side. He'll be able to eco harder because he's got more mass, so he can funnel it into individual mass extractors at a much greater rate. At a much greater rate. And it's also so quiet over here that he's going to have significant amounts of time. But he's building a fire base, and it is pretty far back. I'm not a big fire base fan, nor am I very good at building fire bases. This looks like a reasonably sturdy one. The only shame is that it's over here instead of like over here. But I guess that wasn't really an opportunity. This guy's also got T2, setting up a fire base over here, more towards the front. That way his T2 PD will be able to cut off this area and force people to come in here, giving them an easier way to defend. He can hold his troops around here, back a little bit. If he starts to see them coming forward on the radar, he'll be able to swoop in. When they go around, he'll be able to help out. Alright, yeah, I was wondering. There's our Aurora. But the Aurora are starting to get overrun by these Thams. And there is Zoomies in the back, so they won't be able to hide on the water. I wonder why they're flashing like that. Must be their firing animation. But yeah, see, he's covering that, so they're not going to be able to get by. Alright, so we got Tech 2 Air from I'm So Empty. The Swift Winds. What? Happy TF. Oh, he's got the naming rod. That's pretty cool. Unlikely that he has the but we also have Swift Winds from the air player in the lower side, or Search. We got Search, and we got T2 Air. He does not have Raz, which will destroy. He might have Raz. Actually, he does. He's reclaiming his power. Does he have a Raz? Not yet, but he's getting it. So ARAS at 1220. Yeah. Do we have ARAS from Search for Destroy? Yes. So yeah. They are at T3 Air, and T3 Air should be up here over here pretty damn soon. So a little bit behind on the T3 Air for the north side, but I think they're gonna be alright. He's got a decent amount of Swift Winds. Should be able to stop a few ASF early. But that early spy plane, the lower team knows what's up now. They got IDs on a lot of that units. They got double flyby on that thing. So he's going to know what's going on over here. No, they don't have radar coverage deep, so they're not going to be able to keep intel on at least the units. But they did get a picture of what mass extractors are at what level, so they know where to send their bombers if he wants to go for a strat. But strats might not be a great idea because of all these Swift Winds. Got some bomber action, some light combat between these two players. We got a little bit of a reclaim field, but not anything that's really incredibly worth fighting over. We see the engineers coming out trying to get some tasty reclaim, but the tasty reclaim is denied. That is a gun and a shield and Tech 2. That is at least a gun and Tech 2, maybe something else. We see them start to overrun here. See, this is the danger, is that he had the eco from the two players, but he did not have forces from the players. He built a few factories over here, but it wasn't really quite as much as what Morax had. Of course, it's easy for me to say that because I'm not playing. This guy always says Mr. Mackey is quite a bit higher ranked than me, and he's probably quite a bit more skilled than me. Hindsight 2020. So, for the win. And we have him being driven out of his base here. Interestingly enough, a lot of these mass extractors were not upgraded. Like that's only 29, 40. Yeah. I'm not exactly sure where his eco was going. It is only 15 minutes, but I still, well, maybe at the lower rankings that I usually play, we all play a little bit more eco-horish, so we tend to have a little bit higher ecos. So we're not quite as aggressive, so it makes more sense to be more focused on your economy. But we got going over here, we got a little bit of a stalemate. We got some sniper boats. I just love that Tuna calls them sniper boats, so now I do that too. Ooh, we got shield disruptor. I do like that. Oh yeah, shield disruptor says fuck you to your shields, base shields. That's some smart play from Casmus. I like that. Shield absolver and sniper boats means firebase is done, and I really like that. I'm gonna have to try to incorporate that into my Aeon play, which I barely ever use. Everything should be good. Sniper bots advancing on this side, taking out lone engineers. The Absolver does not do a lot of damage, as you can see. If it's not shooting at shields, it does like 2 or 3 damage. But he's got 2 or 3 of them. So, bam, bam, bam. Yeah. The Absolver, yeah, 10 damage. 5 damage. Yeah, 5 damage. But when the sniper boat says hello and shoots you, ooh, I like that. This is some use of sniper bots that I rarely see, like, to great effectiveness. Of course, here come the Mongies. Yeah, that's rough. That's rough. There's a decent amount of mass in those, but he ended up getting the commander. Nice. That is really nice. Yeah. Snipers. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. I really like that. I really, really like that. Yeah. And a few Harbingers. I don't know if he's going to reclaim all that, because that is some sweet mass. But there's also some sweet mass over here. And those Harbingers. That is really cool. I love Harbingers because I love how you can just sweep into a base, take all the stuff, and defend it from engineers. Or 4 engineers. Which makes more sense, because say if Harvey's full fighting. Ooh, baby, yeah. Harvey's outnumbered. Force multiplier. Now we got some setup here. We got some triads, tech 2, point defense, going up in Mr. Mackey's old base. Mr. Mackey just forced out, still alive. Maybe he'll be able to take his vengeance. He does have, there's a revanchism, I believe. It's like the French thing for, like, take your old land back. Because this is the de jure land for Mr. Mackey. So he does have a strong claim on these mexes over here. So we should probably see some aggression. But the sniper boat play might not work a second time. But sniper boats may be able to do some serious damage to these Harbingers. Yeah, just cutting them down in their prime. I like this. I like this. I don't know how much they cost, but from the wreck, it suggests that sniper bot was like 600, so like maybe 1,000 mass, maybe 800. I'll have to check that out after the game. Interestingly enough, all of his things became paused. I don't understand why, but yeah, I'm gonna have to turn off those sounds on the notification because that's somebody sending me something in FAP. Right now, I'm a little bit busy. Okay. Yeah, I guess I could probably figure out how to link videos back together. But, yeah, it's going to be 2 shots for that, to kill that with a MML. At least a Seraphim MML. You see Mr. Mackey coming back over here. He must have really stalled for something. Holy crap, is that really his eco? If that really is his eco at 420, which doesn't quite make sense. No, it doesn't. Because he doesn't have that much T2 max. They are all upgrading. But he's like, what? Oh. Is there a GC? Fucking A, you gotta be kidding me. I didn't even see the GC. I am the greatest caster in the world. You should know this. I don't know, maybe you gotta preview the game first so you sort of know what's coming, so you know what to look for. And that makes sense because this is just some fast-paced action. And this replay was quite a bit longer than 23 minutes. I will have you know that. It was quite a bit longer. Oh yeah, we got the Ravager. I saw that. I know Ravager fire. Us turtly low rank players know all about Ravager fire. We got sniper boats and we have countering sniper boats in the bottom. We got some of those T3 MMAs. And we have another GC. I did not miss Mr. Happy Jolly. Happy Jolly is not as cool as Jordy, but then again, he has a lot more HP. And if you haven't seen Jordy, well, Jordy is a really sweet looking monkey lord that ripped apart my base one fateful crazy rush game. But I did learn how to do this cool thing where you go like, yeah. EC lasering the world, and it just trips out on that little thing there. This action. We got some shimmers. Surprisingly, still a large amount of T1 spam going on here. Still at 25-minute mark. I would expect to be seeing Percival's usually, but maybe the action is so intense that they're not Percivaling it up. Just because, like, this guy's, like, almost pure Harbinger. And they just ripped the T1 to shreds, so... I don't know. This guy is coming in strong, tearing up an angry path of destruction. See, these guys must have some sort of eco mod, because everything is just paused, and I don't quite understand it. Is he getting Ras? No. Yeah, why is it all paused? Oh, he's building a GC. Just wants to build his GC, nothing else. That's cool. Restore ball, not strong enough, but overcharge. You got double gun for the ally. Silver Chronos, booking it. I don't know if overcharge would have messed up his aim. Damn, he's kind of getting away here. You don't got much else going on. It's just restores. No strats or nothing like that. He needs an overcharge now. No joy. I don't know if he had range on overcharge to overcharge him, or if overcharging him would have left him in so close range that he would have gotten more fire from the GC. That was pretty an epic battle. Yeah, and there is a lot of mass over here for the bottom team, so while they may have lost a player, with a large amount of build capacity that we have over here, we might be able to turn this into more GCs. This is like a whole GC right here. And all of this mass is pretty intense as well. But we see we're going to have Harbingers pushing down the right side. Mr. Mackey has reclaimed his de jure land over here. We got T3 land, so we're going to be focusing him more heavily on Percival's, I believe. Because, yeah, we've paused all these T1 land factories, and we're just assisting this. We got Skyboxers, interestingly. So maybe the Skyboxers are better for fighting the Restorers than the Cougars are. But he definitely got rid of a few Restorers. Yeah, definitely. I like this. And there's quite a big ASF swarm. I'm so empty is holding back more with his ASF, not trying to project air power. But there isn't a lot of ground battles that are like decisively out in the open at this point. Like we have this, but we have so much flak with this that there's no way that they're gonna be able to what's it called? Now, let's see what I can deal with this in a second. Alright, sorry about that. Should be better. And yeah, people trying to message me on FAF right now. But I'm trying to get this in. So I was trying to do this earlier in the day. It's around noon right now. I figured I'd be able to get it done before anybody got on. But yeah. I suppose I could maybe cut this and come back later. But I wanna pound this out in one big epic awesomeness for you guys. Hopefully, people will enjoy this sort of thing. This is the sort of thing. It's a little different than the mumble games, because the mumble games I just play and we just talk and we just hang out and it's just cool. But this is a little different, and I understand that people like this, and it's good to do things that people like. We've got a little bit slow and down here. We've got some Percival's hanging out over here with some Lobos, interestingly enough. For a lot of DPS for the mass on the Lobo. Then again, the range on those Percy's, I'm going to rip the Lobos to shreds. We don't have a lot of restore action coming from up our north. He's going more ASF. I'm not really sure if he's got any offensive plans, or he was the one who sent the GC. No offensive plans, just the GC. So we got restorers coming in here. E2 mass extractors a little bit forward, but as we can see, holy balls, he's got some serious 38,000 reclaim. We've got 43,000 for empty, so even more for empty. Baby Pox at 64, so holy crap. And 16 for S, quite a bit less. We haven't seen quite as much action from him today. We haven't caught it. Casmius at 24k. Mr. Mackey at 29. So we're seeing a lot of reclaim from these three players. A lot of reclaim. This guy over here, Baby Puck, interestingly enough, he's got a lot of P2, T2, T1 point defense. We got some factories. He looks like he just absorbed an attack. But we'll be seeing what's going down here. We've got GC turning around again. Alright. Sniper boats. Ooh. Double GCs. GC twins. What? No. Well, that's good. Friendly fire, but no damage. It's like, I just tickle you with my laser. Alright. What I would think would be productive thing to do would be to get both of our... Ooh, are those Rambos? Some people are going to be pissed off. Oh, those are Seraphim Rambos. What the? He only gets 22 a second, and the other one gets 200 something a second? That seems like an easy change. Just like it's almost like it's a bug in the unit stats. Just like, oh, I accidentally added an extra 0 to the regen. So I should maybe fix it, because that's pretty intense. Like, if it's really the UEF Rambocom really gets over 10 times the regen on its shield, then that's just too much, man. These ones get overcharged, so they are epic, because you can take all three of them and overcharge, say, like a Galactic Colossus, and you take off 30k health. Of course, with 3 Galactic Colossus class on, you're starting to see some offense coming out of this intense economy. The Galactic Colossus factory, as you can see, is online. I'm surprised we don't have more units devoted to that, considering the amount of air spam currently operational. Well, I guess he's operating at capacity here. Let's check out I'm So Empty. Alright, I Am So Empty is not running a GC factory, but he is doing what I like to do, building up air factories. There's one GC at a time for him. He's not thinking, oh, well, this game's going to last forever. I should make 5 or 6 GCs, because that's like a decent plan. GCs escorted by Percivals. Strong laser for sweeping damage. Strong shooty beams. Or big pounding pounds. Alright, my solution to the future is just to rock the mute on Faf while I go in here and run casts. But these do take quite a while. Yeah. Quite a while. Quite a while to do, probably. Quite a while to watch, probably. Quite a while to edit. So hopefully everything goes well, and this does not get deleted randomly by my computer being a dumbass, because that would just be a shame. Alright. I just think if I'm gonna be editing these videos anyways, I might as well just record them in the default setting, and then if it crashes, at least I'll get half a video, and I can try to pick it up from there. Alright. Thinking out loud like I like to do. We got the laser beam. This guy is doing weapons testing over here. We have Mr. Mackey's engineer. I approve of this laser beam. As you can see, laser beam lasers the sky. That is like probably around the height of the enemy GC's groin area. So there's some painful lasers in their future there. This guy just walking around. The lasers going on and off. He's got some jelly on the fire button, I think, as I've heard Guile say before. And we have GC over here just defending. We have 3 GCs for the top, 3 GCs for the bottom. We got GC coming off the line over here soon. 4 GCs versus 5 GCs. Where's Red's? Red gave away his GC. Yeah, so 4 GCs versus 5 GCs. And we've got a fatty. And we've got 5 Rambo comms with point defense. What I am hoping for is, like, if you get 10 of these, they can overcharge a GC altogether and just rock the crap out of it. Yeah, there's some build power on these babies, definitely. Arty coming into play. Let's see what the range on that Arty is here. Yeah, so that's a decent field. It's not like strong enough rate of fire and stuff to really offer suppression for like units, but definitely for like fire bases. And here we got Fat Boy coming in strong with a Percival front line. This is what I love about the late game UAF, which is why I love UAF so much, because you get to that point where it's like you got that strong, nearly impenetrable line of Percivals. They got the long range, they got this humongous alpha strike, so as things get into range, they just get axed and axed and axed. And what's also great is when you have a big enough line, grouping of them, they have a depth of the fields, their fields of fire. They have a depth, so as you say, you have this grouping here. As you start to approach down here towards this group, first these ones will fire, then the further back ones, then the further back ones, then the further back ones, then the further back ones. And what that does is it sort of lowers the ineffectiveness of the overkill, because the shots in the air may start to land to their targets before the shots are released from the next row. So then the next row will be more likely to retarget and target a new target, which can be very helpful. And with the giant alpha strike, really can save a lot of your effective damage. And mowing stuff down, which is also really good, because things will get killed nearly instantly, so they won't really have a chance to shoot back, even if they might have had a lot of better damage over time, sort of from a more rapid fire weapon, something like a brick. And that's how I believe that Percivals tend to outperform all other T3 ground. And that damage is pretty intense, so it even comes into play against like experimentals. It can be pretty rough. And while this may not outrange like Ravager Fire, this does outrange Ravager Fire. So you can have the frontline Percivals with really good defense, and then you can have your Fat Boy in the back shooting over. And we got some strats coming in slow motion. The epicness of this epic air battle with the GCs coming on in. Let's speed it up and get the action. There's an intense air fight going on over here at the 42-minute mark. Is that GC trying to shoot an ASF? Because that is not going to work. No, it is not. But it's starting to look like Search for Destroy has got air control. It is hard to say right now. We got the strats coming in, and if these, we got bombs away and epic dodge Epic dodge from I'm So Empty. And just look at that reclaim. Look at that reclaim. No damage on the commander, and that reclaim is pretty wild. Interestingly enough, he did not lose air control. Yeah, he's definitely got this. Cleaning up. And now let's see what the position is. Search for Destroy. Got 63 ASF. DC empty. 50 ASF. So, not much in it. He's not up by much. But he managed to get some strats out, and it was a real shame that... Oh, wow, I didn't even see these strats up here. There is quite a few strats. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Around 12 strats. Maybe there's some that got crashed harder. 12, 13, 16. Well, 16 strats, I'd have to say. So, not a small amount of mass. That is an experimental right there. Right? Maybe not in Owasso. Owasso's like 40k. Strats are like 2k each, so like 15, 16. You're starting to get into Owasso territory. Now, Owasso would not be very effective given this amount of ASF on the ground or in the air. And it's a shame they didn't have Cybern, so they didn't have access to Revenants, which I really like because you won't see them until they get into Omni range, which can be very helpful. Those are artillery, yes. The Clank Hammer. Ooh, didn't even see it. The nuke comes out. Is there a target on that nuke? Or whose nuke is that? That is Purple's nuke. Yeah, the GCs. And there is no nuke defense up north. So that is going to be a crushing defeat. This is a significant amount of GC. Or not? Okay. Ooh. Alright, well, there was nuke defense. I thought that was going for the GCs. And that might have been a really strong nuke. Because if he landed the nuke there and killed these 4 GCs, this other one wouldn't have been there yet. That would have been 4 GCs down, and then this GC party could have just rolled in. But, you know, hindsight 2020, and I also have map vision, so fuck yeah. We've got quite a few Percivals here. Ooh, straight to T3. Shields going on here. This one being built a little bit more slowly. But I love it. It's like epic. It makes me think a custom robo with a little cool, like, fancy lines where it doesn't quite exist yet. I like how the UAF built that. Oh yeah, we got Percivals versus Percivals. Not a lot of action in it. We've got Boku Rambos. We've got Mr. Happy Triggerfinger. We've got Ascendant Horde and Hobbages, and we have the Tsar. Now the Tsar is interesting because there is some sort of way to make a ground fire, and then if ASFs are not microed correctly, they'll all run through the beam and they will get wrecked. But I have a feeling that with the ratings of the players in this game, that Search for Destroy and I'm So Empty are not going to really fall for this sort of thing. I have a feeling that this might be Blackheart, rating at 2,000. Yeah. Wouldn't be surprising. Wonder what he's doing with these engineers over here. Maybe he's preparing for this guy to die so he can reclaim his base. Or maybe he's going to help build a ZA. Or he's going to help build a strategic missile defense.
Launch detected.
Ah, yes. Strategic launch. There is the nuke. Okay. It is going north. It is going up here. It is a buzzkill. Well, we'll see whether or not this missile gets shot down or not. I have a feeling that it is not going to get down. And that this is going to be a boomba! Alright, interestingly enough, that killed quite a few things. So somebody's going to push land. Just nuke Mackie and push land. Yeah. Well, that hurt because his power went down quite a bit. Yeah, that's what he nuked. He nuked the power, so there's not going to be a lot of air power. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Definitely. Definitely. You've got Crucibles rolling in such large numbers. The Percival army is real. The commander airlifted, evac, 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 evac. Mr. Mackey escapes yet again. He's a wily one. Ooh, double fat boy. Yeah, this base is getting rolled again. Not what I don't know. Oh, this is how they stop it. Quadruple GCs and a Czar. So I don't know what we're going to get here because we have ASF to stop the Czar. We have ASF to stop the ASF. We have crazy amounts of GC. And they've trapped all this. So they're going to be able to secure all this reclaim. Crucible's forming up. Yeah, but they are dying quick with 4 laser beams on them.
Strategic launch detected.
Alright, another nuke here. Alright, and we are going for the ASF. Oh, it's a shame he didn't quite get a lot of them, did he? $103, $110. So he didn't quite win air with that, but we have a Czar coming in, and this Czar might be able to do some serious damage. I think they were hoping to nuke the ASF. Well, he can't disengage without losing a lot. Yeah. The question is, can he take air control from that? Because that is a big mass donation. A very big mass donation. The second nuke, this time from Baby Pock. Where is this headed? Interesting. So, damn. All of us. Whoa. That's just wrong. How are they not dead? That's gotta be a bug. Didn't even break the shields. Those are some hardy commanders. It's like, V takes the nukes to the face, our shield's still going, no HP damage, overcharge ready. And we got Ravagers. Ravager on GC action. This is an epic game. This is an epically long game. It's a 50 minutes, and they show no signs of really breaking through on either side. We might be in here for the long haul. I'll let you know if I starve to death. We got 1 casualty. GC died on the long march here. He's coming on down in here, spreading his arms like he just don't care. It's like, give me some units, Buckling. Alright, we got 1 more GC down here. Ooh, engineer, look at that build arm. What? Sucking him down. Restore Ball coming into action, but Restore Ball is not known for its land DPS. We got air transport. I have a feeling this is a Rambo comm, yeah. What the? I don't know what that is. But these guys are coming on. I don't get it. But yeah. GC goes down. Search for Destroy. Still alive. All GC's dead. We've got Bam. And there's another one. Somewhere, yeah, here and here, and now we're talking Reclaim City here. We're talking 148,000. Talking 132,000. We're talking a lot of reclaim. We got 115,000. 31,000, much less, much less, 30,000. And Mr. Mackey at 102. So these guys, maybe they haven't been seeing as much action on their sides, or maybe they haven't been as greedy and forceful with the reclaim. Looks like there was a pause. For a second I thought that was me, but nope. Nope, I did not do that. Alright, and we got the march of the GCs coming back on the other side because they lost all their GCs, but not fighting these guys' GCs. And now we'll see how this goes down. We got some Percivals, must have been gifted. Or does he have UEF Tech as well? Does not seem like it. We got a lone GC, we got double Czar. But a double Czar and without air support, I have a feeling that they are going to get ripped to shreds because it's like 2 or 3 passes with all this action. Yeah. 1 pass. ASF come in. Too late and too few. I think Search for Destroy's got air control. And he's finished that 1 Czar. So now it's time for him to nom on 2 more Czars. These GCs have not even been eaten yet. We've got double quantum gateways, constantly building support commanders. And these are going to be Rambo comms, I'm almost sure of it. So you're going to see a lot of something like this that makes it look like they think there's commanders. Oh, it's only 50 a second. I was wrong about they are. They must not have been updated in the unit database when I looked. But we got some serious action. We got Percivals, Fat Boy, not 2. That's a shield gen. We've got these. Oh, these are just Sams. Got a nice Sam bank up here. How many Sams? 19 Sams total, but got 11 Sams up front. So can't really fight air over here. We got air denial. I mean, can't really build a position here yet because there's just so much action. And Hawk is coming in again to ravage Mr. Mackey. Mr. Mackey is having a rough game. Hopefully he's having a lot of fun over there, but he's having a rough game with these guys just all up in his grill over and over and over again. But he recovers well. It's just Hawk isn't having a need to recover. He's just rebuilding his armor. We got another nuke from Hawk. Nuke factory. We got T3 heavy RD. So this game has gone on that long that it is time for T3 RD. And this nuke is going to make it. And what do we got here? We got a GC. We got some build power. Not quite the nuke that we had earlier that really, really messed this up. Because he's got quite a bit less power than I'm So Empty. Than Search for Destroy. So there's going to be quite a bit less air. But here, like, we got the Fat Boys and the Percivals marching on their air players' base. And this is one of the stronger players on this team up here. Oh. Ooh. How did I miss that? How did I miss that? What was that? That was an ACU teleport? Oh. That must have been a experimental comm. That's why I love to play team games for hours and then you die. Alright, Mr. Mackey is under Percival action, and this is going to be the first one that I probably catch here. Yeah, I don't think he's going to get out of this one. Yeah. So they got the Mac. Can they defend this? Can they stop this? Can it be ended? Can it be stopped? Can it be turned around? Will there be another turn here? We've got the Czar. That's what we've got. We got the Czar cleaning this up, saying, oh, and it just lost air. So they don't quite have air supremacy. They don't have enough to take down the Czar quickly enough. We got some strats. We got the Tsar just nom 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 nom, independent staying, all of these guys. We've got a decent amount of mass reclaim here. There's a GC, no, a fat boy over here somewhere. Or there was. Baby Pock. Where was he? Aw, dang. We got a G-Sync. That's probably going to be game here. I hope you guys liked it. But these guys are all dead, and somebody left through the Alt F4 or something. Somebody had some trouble. But thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm going to grab some lunch, and I will see you folks later.